AFTV, happy today?
Yeah, man, it was, well, when it was 0-0 just before we scored, I turned to my friend and I was like, we'll be lucky to get a draw out of this because they had the best of the possession. Second half, they were playing like the home team.
Yeah.
And I was wondering where the goal was going to come from. And again, like a lot of people have said it, but Unai Emery, he's proactive. He's not like, I don't want to go over it again, but you know, the previous manager was very reactive to the situation. But Emery saw it. He saw Ramsey wasn't working, took him off, and I thought Iwobi changed the game. And Leno impressed. Like he was under pressure. He had to come for some crosses. And he got
punched them away, didn't he?
Good punches away. He made that amazing save down by the left where I thought it was in. And you know, I knew it was going to take an injury to Czech to let him in because Czech's been doing well so far this season. You know, the whole talk about his distribution and everything, but doing his job as a keeper, making saves, Czech hasn't put a foot wrong. And it's going to take an injury, and I'm hoping that now Leno has that run in the side and nails that place down because I was impressed with him today.
And listen, what you said is very interesting in that for a lot of that game, they were in our off. And over the years, we're not used to seeing that when teams come to the Emirates. It's the other way around, but it's just like Emery's sort of style is he's content sometimes to let teams have the ball and get them on the counter-attack.
Well, look, the Premier League has changed. Every team, even a team that comes bottom, gets £100 million. Every squad in the Premier League has got top ballers. That Pereira and that Watford team. Bruv, these guys are ballers, like they're good teams. So back in the day, let's say 20 years ago, you say Watford, you think the name Watford, the brand. They're not a big team. We're going to roll them over 3-4-0. Now you've got teams like Watford playing ball. You've got good teams with good players all throughout the Premier League. So you can't really take it for granted no more that, we're going to play Watford at home and we're going to turn them over. And that's why I thought it was impressive that we showed that bite, that bottle that we've lacked over so many years. And you know, that's why you look at you know, the Everton game. Yeah, we showed cojones today, and you look at the Everton game, and I know it was very similar. We scored 2 goals in quick succession. But how long can we get away with it for, really? Don't get me wrong, I'm very impressed with Emery. I'm very happy. I want to give him time. He deserves at least a couple years. But we live dangerously, man. And there's a reason our keepers are making so many saves. It's because we still aren't so structured at the back. But that will come with time.
And listen, Azerbaijan, the trip out there to Karabakh during the week, then back at the weekend, Fulham. But still a chance to keep this run going. We want to keep this going as long as possible.
Yeah, I think our priority has to be the Premier League for now. You know, you use the Karabakh, the Europa League as for the group stages for some of the younger players to play. You get through that group stage. If we get to February, you assess it. Do we have more chance to get top 4 or to win that? Then you take that tournament more seriously. But I think it's good because we've got a good squad. You've got players like Danny Welbeck knocking on the door. Every time Danny Welbeck's been called upon this season, he's done the job. You've got players like, even someone like Aaron Ramsey. He doesn't work when he's playing with Ozil. But you can take him out to Armenia, put him in wherever, Azerbaijan, put him in that number 10 position, and he will do a job. But and this is another point I want to get onto as well about this contract situation. Again, we've let a player get into the last year, and and they're reporting that we turned down a £50 million bid. If that's true, bro, that's fucking criminal negligence. That's certain companies, bro. Certain companies when they go on the stock exchange, they have to explain all of the business decisions that they make. If you turn around to now, we've only got one shareholder, but in any other situation, if you turned around and said to your shareholders, you know what, we had 50 million and actually we're just going to let it go for free, bro, you'd either get fired or arrested, bro. Why are we letting all our top assets get to the bottom of their contracts and then go?
Welbeck's is running down as well. That's another one that potentially in January could just walk away or be sold for next to nothing.
Well, I mean, look, Welbeck's he's a good player, but I'm more concerned.
Have him on a deal that even if you are going to sell him, he goes for 20 million. He's an England international. He could leave like another Perez, like a £5 to £10 million. I just don't understand it.
Look, Danny Welbeck's one of those players who he's a great squad player and that. But the problem is how much you're going to pay him. Because now he's in the last year, he's going to be asking for 130, 140 grand a week. He's not worth it. But he's in the position where he can demand it because he's going to go on a free. But this isn't his fault. He's just looking out for himself. It's the fault of successive boards who haven't negotiated players' contracts properly. You have to let a man, when he gets to the last 2 years, you have 3 months to sign this contract or not, or we're selling you. we have to start getting ruthless. And maybe that's what the club's done with Ramsey. Maybe they've turned around to him and said, you know what, you're not signing the deal. That's it, the deal's off the table. I'm looking at January, I'm saying, you know what, United need a midfielder, we need a winger. Just do a swap deal with Martial. He's got 6 months left. Ramsey's got 6 months left, or someone, you know, you take that. Martial's, maybe he needs to come to a club like Arsenal. We need width. So, yeah, like, you know, like it's again, like, yeah, Fabregas, like all these players, like we're not really getting the money's worth for, but you know, it is what it is, man. You know, like we're 7 wins on the bounce now, 5 in the league, and I think we can get top 4 because Tottenham, they haven't even got a stadium yet, innit? So.